The Supreme Court of India has upheld the legality of the Election Commission's Special Intensive Revision, that is SIR, of electoral rolls conducted in Bihar, holding that the exercise falls within the constitutional and statutory powers of the Election Commission of India. Notably, a bench comprising Chief Justice Surya Kant and Justice Joy Malia Bagchi ruled that the Election Commission is empowered under Article 324 of the Constitution, read with the Representation of the People Act 1950 and the relevant rules in order to carry out such revisions of the electoral rolls. Well, the court held that SIR is constitutionally valid mechanism and cannot be struck down merely because it differs in procedure from the ordinary process of electoral roll revision. The court emphasized that the preparation and continuous updating of accurate electoral rolls is an essential part of ensuring free and fair elections, which is a constitutional obligation of the Election Commission. It observed that the SIR exercise has a direct and legitimate connection with this obligation and therefore falls within the Commission's jurisdiction. The bench clarified that when the law permits a special revision at any time subject to recorded reasons and the manner deemed appropriate by the Election Commission, such an exercise cannot be invalidated simply for not conforming to the standard procedural framework that was used in routine revisions. And in its reasoning, the court held that the Special Intensive Revision does not replace or override the Representation of the People Act 1950, but operates within its statutory structure. It described the exercise as reinforcing the constitutional mandate under Article 324, while remaining within the boundaries of Section 21, subsection 3 of the Act. And on this basis, it concluded that the Election Commission had not exceeded its statutory authority in ordering and conducting the revision. The judgment rejected the argument that the Election Commission lacked the power under Article 326 or the electoral law framework in order to undertake a large-scale revision of this nature. It held that inclusion and exclusion of names in the electoral rolls lie squarely within the Election Commission's constitutional domain. The court also addressed the contention that the exercise amounted to an indirect citizenship verification or an NRC-like process, clarifying that while the Commission may examine supporting documents for electoral eligibility, any exclusion from the voter list does not amount to a final determination of citizenship and remains open to further legal challenge. Well, the petitions before the court, including those filed by the Association for Democratic Reforms, had challenged the SIR on the grounds that it led to the deletion of nearly 65 lakh names from draft electoral rolls and imposed stringent documentation requirements, particularly for voters whose names did not appear in older rolls from 2002 or 2003 and who were required to establish ancestral linkage. Well, the Election Commission defended the exercise, arguing that documents such as Aadhaar cards or voter identity cards cannot be treated as conclusive proof of citizenship, and that the revision was necessary in order to remove duplicate, deceased, migrated, or otherwise ineligible entries in order to maintain the integrity of electoral rolls. The court noted that the exercise incorporated adequate safeguards, followed a proportionate approach, and provided multiple opportunities for verification and correction. It held that the procedure adopted was neither arbitrary nor disproportionate to the objective of maintaining accurate voter list. It further observed that the revision had already been carried out in Bihar and was either completed or underway in several other states after the court had declined to stay the process during earlier hearings. Ultimately, the Supreme Court concluded that the Special Intensive Revision is a legally tenable and constitutionally valid exercise, closely linked to the goal of ensuring free and fair elections, and affirmed that the Election Commission acted within its jurisdiction in conducting it. Notably, in a significant development, the Supreme Court of India has upheld the legality of the Election Commission of India's Special Intensive Revision of electoral rolls in Bihar, ruling that the exercise is within its constitutional powers under Article 324 and the Representation of the People Act 1950. That's all for now. Stay tuned to the Savera for more updates. Do like, comment and subscribe to the channel.